Hello, I'm Sam Meredith, and joining me to discuss the financial markets for the week ahead is Ryan Littlestone, Director of ForexLive. First up, this week is a meeting this afternoon between Greek Prime Minister Alexis Tsipras and German Chancellor Angela Merkel, which may prove decisive for the future of Greece in the euro area. How do you see this playing out, and what impact could they have on sentiment at this stage?
Well, first off, we've obviously had Tsipras saying that he was going to negotiate with everyone bar Merkel. So this is obviously the first time they're going to meet face to face. I think it's going to be through a lot of forced smiles and just sort of getting through a meeting without anything major happening. Every meeting that Greece has had, or the EU's had on Greece, hasn't resulted in anything concrete coming out. I think this is just one for the press to say that there's no problems between Greece and Germany.
On Tuesday this week, China are set to release manufacturing PMI data. Activity in China's mammoth factory sector edged to a 4-month high in February, but export orders shrank at their fastest rate in 20 months. What are you expecting from this month's reading?
It's going to be difficult to call, actually, because if you look at the global picture, exports are down across the board. The US, today we had UK manufacturing CBI data showing that export orders were the lowest since 2013. Although China did post that 4-month high, it's difficult to see whether they're going to continue that growth. That's the HSBC figure, isn't it, that posted the high. The actual Chinese number is still below the expansion level at 49.9. So it's difficult to see this trend continuing in such a low growth picture around the globe.
There has been a lot of talk surrounding the ECB and Fed, with many EM central bank meetings, but only Hungary are expected to cut rates. Would you say there is scope for more to come this week?
I think that might have eased somewhat. One of the main reasons why these smaller countries and smaller central banks have been cutting has been on the back of expectations from the US over interest rates, with the FOMC sort of knocking that back a bit last week. The rollover effect from the US to these countries has waned, or could wane, and that might take the pressure off these central banks having to cut, because most of the time it's been trying to fight against the dollar appreciation against their currencies.
Lastly for today, Ryan, what is it in particular that you will be looking out for this week? Are there any surprises in store for us to keep our eyes on?
I think it's got to be US data is what we've got to keep an eye on closely, with the Fed again last week saying that they're moving to data-dependent guidance. The markets seems to have been ignoring the data very much recently in favour of just seeing what words and phrases are in the FOMC statement. But now we're back on data watch, and the numbers are going to count. We've got housing today, we've got manufacturing data due the rest of the week, and GDP at the end. So it's going to be a big week for data.
Thank you, Ryan. For more updates and to see how the markets react, keep informed by clicking back to Dukascopy throughout the week. Goodbye for now.